Big and bright. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special, big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, the truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers, the garbage truck driver. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person out there who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're not a bad mind, dirty, low down kind of person that wish bad for others and good for yourself. You wish good for others as just as much as you wish good for yours and yourself. Good people that. You deserve some respect. Big up on yourself and thank you for being here this morning. Here we are. We have a lot to talk about this morning, and this might go a bit haywire like it normally does, but this is what we do. Not true? Nicki Minaj featuring Skeng. Let me pull this up real quick. I don't know. So, how's everybody doing this morning? Well, good. Shout out some people from the top before it gets too much, and then we get into it. Seymour, first one in the building this morning. We're moving a bit unorthodox this morning. Seymour, the first one here this morning. Thank you for being here. Kai Tai Jai Empress is in the building this morning. Roxa McIntosh is here this morning. Donna Davis Dea says, good morning, SouFlo and family. Bless up. Asarin Odetta is in the building this morning. Hot and spicy there. Good morning, SouFlo, and all in the chat. Happy bank holiday from the UK. All right, big up on yourself and enjoy that bank holiday. I don't know what that is. Me know, so we don't have it. Diana Thomas is here this morning. SDs is in the building this morning. Juno Bryan is here. Prillis 123 Dia. Audrey Wright's in the building. Richie Shiva there this morning. BM is here. Home Tips is in the building this morning. Soldier 819 is here. Marcia Walters is here. Vanessa is here this morning. Hey Vanessa, how you doing? Candice on the Beat is here this morning. Lisa Watkins is here this morning. Janet Stewart is here this morning. Tracy Chin, Denzel Gale, Rosalind Smichael, Purple Royal in the building this morning. Big up on yourself and thank you for being here. And I'm not gonna big up nobody else right now. Marvin the Point, Jamaica Kerr, and Pussy Galore, and King Biggs, Lady J, Rika BHE, Rika Bay, and Julie Tapper, Tracy Chin, DR, Little Red Gucci 2. Thank you for being here. Jane Ander is here this morning, and Dorothy T. All right. Lulu Ridges, Patsy Baran. Everybody come on and big up yourself and thank you for being here this morning. Galaxy, you're there. Thank you for being here. Fallon Carrington is here, says shalom to you and your house with blessings and thanksgiving. Hear me now. Let's get started. Oh man, you know what I realized? I don't have any tea or any libations. I don't have nothing for drink. So I'm gonna chat for about an hour and a half and my mouth's gonna get dry. Not only that, yesterday I woke up in the morning, right? And the first thing I did was boil some water upon the stove because I'm old school Jamaican. I boiled some water upon the stove and I threw it into a cup that had a tea bag sitting in the cup from the night before. Well, lo and behold, the tea bag was sleepy tea bag. It was, that's something that will make you go sleep again. If wifey was on the chat, she would tell me. I forgot the name of it. But basically, I made a sleepy tea in the morning. So whole day yesterday, I was like, oh my God. I feel like not melatonin. It's the next one. Chamomile. And I got some really good chamomile, some strong stuff. And I'm like this right after I take the tea. Whole day, I said, why am I so sleepy? What's wrong with me? Like, I feel like I'm hungover from a party from the night before. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. And I did go to bed late the night before, but still, I got some good sleep, so it shouldn't have been. Anyhow, whole day, same thing. I couldn't shake it. I couldn't get up from under it. So I'm going to drop asleep early yesterday and wake up midnight. You know when that happens. Fall asleep early, wake up midnight like this. Check the time. It's 12:03. I'm like, oh, man. Can't go back to sleep. Close my eyes. count sheep till 1, 2. Can't go back to sleep and take up my phone. Let me say, let's see what's happening so we could, have something to talk about on morning thoughts. Any news jump off we need to be involved with or nothing. Couldn't find nothing. Start scrolling. This damn device here, this is like the best and the worst thing ever. Do not take this up if you cannot go back to sleep. Because everything on here excites you, and it's like on to the next topic, on to the next topic, on to the. Every time I'm going like this, on to the something new pop up, something new pop up. Before I knew it, it was morning light. So Lord, sleepy tea early in the morning. I did it before. I did a morning thoughts and was sipping sleepy tea on the morning thoughts and didn't know it. I have different teas in the house. So we have tea will wake you up, supposed to make you spritzy and bright, and then we have sleepy tea, and we have a different kind of tea. This is for the back, this is for the all people grow, so it's different. This is for the back, this is for headache, this is for virility. We have some maca tea for the man them where can't joke like maca anymore. And this is for virility, this is for all these kind of things. And we drink the wrong tea. And I was dying during morning thoughts, and y'all didn't see it. I'm trying to keep up. And as soon as morning thoughts done, I had to go. I literally crawled to the bed, fam, and I lay down like somebody licked me down. And I slept for a good 5 hours or so. Wake up fresh in the middle of the day. Anyhow, yeah, we have some good tea called maca tea for the man that can't drink like maca anymore. It works. It works. The only thing about maca tea is it make my eyes go really red. Like the white part of my eyes get really red. But other than that, man, blood be flowing everywhere. You look at your palms bright red. Your foot bottom bright red. Everything bright red. Everything bright red. Anyhow, let's talk about a couple of things this morning. So we're going to talk about pair bonding and STDs. STDs is sexually transmitted demons, not sexually transmitted diseases. Pair bonding is something that you might not have heard about before, but shout out to Cigars and Whiskey podcast. They had a very interesting conversation surrounding that, and I thought I would share some of that information over here with my audience. See? So we're gonna talk about those, and the underlying question is: Does your numbers matter? Because we live in a world now where people are like, my numbers don't matter. It doesn't matter. I could be with whoever I want to be with. I don't care if I've been with 100 men. And women are supposed to be able to do what men do. Stop judging us. And only an insecure person would ask about your numbers, or them kind of something. That some people have lived some kind of lives where they have had to hide their numbers because the numbers just weren't checking out. They weren't a healthy looking kind of numbers. I mean, who wants? Would you be in a relationship with somebody if you asked them and they honestly told you that I was with 134 people before you? Would you find that attractive? Would you say, it doesn't matter, it's us now? Or would you be like, nah, sir, that sounds serious. You might be used up, a bit jaded, emotionally disconnected, hurt, compiled on top of hurt that you haven't gotten over, resolved yet, these kind of things. Where would you be with it? Would you be cool with it? Would you say, that's all right, it's just me and you now? Or would you be like, nah, I'm not going into that one? Oh boy, lucky. Jane Anders says lucky 7. They don't want to ask me. Seymour says they don't. Seymour, you was a whore. You was flinging your things Seymour. Seymour says they don't want to ask me. So wait now. Talk to me now. Would you be, if somebody says, okay, let's reduce the number then, because nobody in here is gonna admit to 100 except for some guy that's lying, that thinks that him lying about that number is gonna make him seem like some Dan Dada out the road. So I'm gonna bump it to 100 or something, woman knock off already, Let's lower the number to a more realistic number, 50. So fellas, if you're met this young lady that you really liked and you're courting her and stuff, and then she says, yeah, I'll be honest with you, you're the 54th guy that I've been with. I mean, what what would your natural reaction be? Would you still be thinking marriage and forever, or would you be thinking, damn, I'll be back and not come back? When you at dinner, I forgot my wallet. Hold on, let me go to the car. That kind of stuff. 54 hit and runs. Here's an accident. Here's an accident. 54 hit and runs, my friend. I'm serious though. If she said, and same thing for the ladies, same question, because we're not being one-sided here, and this is not us. We're not trying to do the sexist thing this morning. Everybody is getting called out this morning. So, Richie Shiva says, I'm out. I am out. Give her the Chris Rock hand. I am out. That way, out. 50 what? I wouldn't even question 50 what. I would just hear out. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. My bladder's been bothering me lately. Out. Soldier, don't try that. Wait there. Christine Simpson says they need a spiritual bath to cleanse away all them spirit there. Yes, that's gonna bring us to sexually transmitted demons, but we're not talking about that yet. We're talking about something else first. There's a message here. I want y'all ladies to listen to this message here real quick first. This it says this about you, right? I think this was a very interesting podcast.
It's another issue with sleeping with a lot of guys. Did you know if you sleep with more than 5 guys, your chance of a happy marriage after 10 years goes from 80% to 25%?
Why?
Why?
Yeah. Casual sex.
Why? Because the more men you sleep with, you lose your ability to bond with each one.
Pair bonding.
Yeah, it's pair bonding. So if you sleep with one guy, you're going to compare the next guy to him. If you sleep with 10 guys, you compare all 10. If you sleep with 20, you compare all 20.
And guys hate being compared to other guys.
Well, they hate being, but it makes you more divorced. Like,
Yeah.
You're not likely to be divorced, but you're more likely to leave if you did that because you're with your husband thinking about the last 10 guys that maybe weren't as good as the one you married.
And that's naturally.
It's another issue with sleeping with a lot of guys. Did you know if you sleep with more than 5 guys, your chance of a happy marriage after 10 years goes from 80% to 25%?
Why?
Why?
Yeah. Casual sex.
Why? Because the more men you sleep with, you lose your ability to bond with each one.
Pair bonding.
Yeah, it's pair bonding. So if you sleep with one guy, you're going to compare the next guy to him. If you sleep with 10 guys, you compare all 10. If you sleep with 20, you compare all 20.
And guys hate being compared to other guys.
Well, they hate being, but it makes you more divorced. Like,
Yeah.
You're not likely to be divorced, but you're more likely to leave if you did that because you're with your husband thinking about the last 10 guys that maybe weren't as good as the one you married.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
It's another issue.
If y'all want me to play it again, just say play it again, SouFlo, because I didn't hear it. I missed something. Or should we just go into discussing this? Because this don't have nothing to do with STDs, as in sexually transmitted demons yet, This don't have nothing to do with that yet. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning. So, how are you?
Good morning, fam. How you doing?
I'm great.
Are you on topic with us this morning?
Morning. Yes, can I tell you what's on my mind?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, too much crime and corruption in this country that they call Jamaica. Land we love, people die every day and people think the crime that.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You're not first of all, you're not coming through clear. And I wanna make sure that you're okay. You sound like somebody we spoke to before. But the topic that we're on this morning, are you on that topic or you just have something to say?
Yes, I have different topic on my different subject.
So you're off topic.
Yes.
All right. I don't want to be disrespectful. So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to wrap it up for me really quickly, just so the people hear what you have to say.
Yes, crime and violence in this country, people miss every day. It won't come to an end anytime soon.
Is your phone? Sorry. Is your phone? Do you have us on Bluetooth or something?
Huh?
Is there any way you can make your call clearer so we can hear you?
Yes, you're hearing me now?
Talk now. So let me see if I can hear you.
Hear me now?
No, now you're gone under the
I'm
water.
here. Yes. Okay. As I was saying to you earlier, politicians and on social media.
We can't hear you, brother. We can't hear you. We can't hear you clearly.
Yes. You're hearing me now?
No, we cannot hear you clearly. Fix up the audio there, and fix up the
Okay.
audio and give us a call back.
Yes.
All right. All right. Somebody said I don't want to hear that again. So 2 minutes gone. Richie Schiffer. Y'all know I'm not the type. I'm not the type. Okay. I don't hang up on people. I give people a chance to talk their mind, even when they're off topic. Cause you never know. You never know. You know, I've seen people calling off topic before, and it really take on a whole new topic, and we were on it, and everybody enjoyed it for like a good hour. So you never know. But we just couldn't hear that brother. I believe that brother is somebody we spoke to before, though, who is confined to a wheelchair in Jamaica, and we spoke about the availability of access to like public transportation. You know, in the US, you could wait at the bus stop if you have a wheelchair, and most likely in your neighborhood, you also have a sidewalk, so you're more independent. Me not have to beg nobody. Jump in on my wheelchair, transfer myself, and get ready, and out my door, and to the bus stop, and them have a lift on the bus that and put me in the bus and these things. And we were saying those things are not available in Jamaica. And the last time I was there, I saw a young man sitting by his gate all day. And every time I drove by, he was sitting by the gate. I think that was the person. So I really didn't want to cut him off. But I know that's what I talked about this morning, right? So I hope when he called back, I'll accept the call and we'll talk to him a little bit. Anyhow, nobody wants to hear about we're going to talk about the sexually transmitted demons, but nobody wants to hear about the pair bonding stuff. No? I've seen comments here where they're saying, I don't want to hear that again. I don't want I don't want to hear it play again. And it has nothing to do with a man and how the man feels. It has to do with what happens to you scientifically, ladies. Right? So live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFlo. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, fam. How you doing this morning?
Good, good.
All right.
I wanted to give the other guy another chance to call back, but I don't. Maybe he might not call back. I don't know.
Right. Do you have something for us, as
yes.
always?
So this pair bonding thing makes a lot of sense. The thing is that we live in these modern times. We're in an era of moral decay worldwide. We are different. Men and women are different. That can't change. We might not like it, but it's the truth. We cannot sleep around. Every woman I know who sleep around, it's almost like she has to dead out her emotions to be able to do it successfully. Right. We're not built that way. We're just not. There are certain hormones that are released when we're intimate that make us want to be with the person that we're intimate with. So it's a chemical thing more than a mind thing, and it's a spiritual thing as well. We're the ones being entered. Men are really built for whoring, which I don't like, and I don't condone man whoring, but they're more built for it than we are. They can impregnate multiple women at a time. Their private parts are outside of their body. And that's part of the reason why they're not having that spiritual bonding in the same way women do. The vagina is a mucous membrane that absorbs, right? So anything entering you are absorbing, whether it's energetically or if it's the sperm, your body absorbs sperm. And that's why it's not good for women to sleep with different men, because your thing's gonna stink. Right. Because when you sleep with a man, your vagina takes on the scent of that man. It does, right? So we cannot do this. We're not supposed to do this. The sleeping around, this whoring thing these women are doing is not working. When I go into the public restroom, I can tell you it not work, because the way that place be stinking, okay? That part of the reason why some women have these vaginal issues and then stink is because they sleeping around. We're not built for it. That's it. It just is what it is. And no matter if you like it or not, nature has already decided certain laws are in place, regardless of what we feel. We're not built for it. That's it. Simple thing.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You clarified something that I'll expound upon, but thank you so much.
No problem.
All right. All right. So the part, listen, it's hard when a man, I'm glad a female called in, and I'm glad it was this one, because by now you all know her voice and you know that she is, some people call her the voice of reason here. When some people are just well read and they're factual and they know how to put information across in a way that is not offensive, it is just factual, then you tend to listen more to those kind of people, right? She's that kind of person. She's that kind of person. And I must say that somebody says she's the new co-host without even knowing it, right? So what I was going to say is, and I've always said this, but me get cuss out for it, because I've always said, listen, I don't condone men doing it either, and I wouldn't do it and think I was right? However, we're not receivers, we're givers, right? And a woman is a receiver, which is exactly what she just said. The vajayjay is made up of all mucous membranes, and it absorbs things. And I don't know, if you have a bunch of guys dumping in you, then how could that be? And not only that, that would have led us now to the whole sexually transmitted demons part, because spiritually, that man's DNA is within his juices. Let's put it that way, right? His DNA is within his juices. And all the things that he carries will be transferred onto you, including his mannerisms, his defects, his mental state of being, his spiritual state of being, all that. You ever wonder why, as a woman, you're never depressed before, or you're never full with anxieties before and anger issues, but you're buck a man where you deal with and thing, and you're dealing and thing, and by the time that relationship ends, whether it was short or long, you have now developed certain issues within yourself. Like, you short-tempered now, you're aggressive now, your whole spiritual being has changed, right? You have adapted what he was carrying. Some people adapt even suicidal thoughts. Some people adapt. I think this is the part of sex that nobody really wants to talk about, because we really want to have ourselves believe that there's nothing more to sex than sex. And if you don't use a condom or take birth control, then possibly babies will come. And that's the here all be all beginning and end of it all. And it's not. It's a bit deeper than that. That's just my belief anyways, that it's a bit way deeper than that. It's not just babies. It's not just that's it. It's not I just fling it up and that's the end of that. And there are demonic men that are around here. I want to see the whole heap of women them will keep on to get killed off. I want to see the whole heap of mad brother them out there who don't really care about how they're living and all that. And women will still tell themselves that, boy, me give my 1-2 still, because the boy know for do him thing and thing, but me not have no baby with him, and she'll put herself on birth control and she will make herself available for that type of person sexually, thinking the worst that could happen is inbreed me. When in the process, there's way worse things happening to you in the process without him breeding you, because you don't seal off the birth control part. You don't say to yourself, me wouldn't have no picnic with him because he's not a good father, right? Him have this over here, so Sherika, Jelissa, and Sandra pregnant for him same time. Him have 7 more him don't take care of. He's a wild boy, but boy know for do him thing, and him look good and all this. But me give him some, but me not breed for him. So you seal that off by doing your birth control thing, however you do it. Guaranteed not to get pregnant. But what's happening in the meantime? And then compile that now times how many partners you've been with that actually did skeet into your passage. Me I look for clean words for use this morning, because I don't want to be too brawling and the talk about, So think about what's happening to you in the meantime. It's just a morning of awareness. I was watching the Cigar and Whiskey podcast, and when that part came around, now they have some very important other things on there I think we could discuss. Me not answer that call here. Not yet. We could discuss. The same person said, it's funny how the world is set up now, because women are allowed to say, I don't want a broke man, and I don't want a man that's out of shape. I don't want a man that's this. I don't want a man that's that. But if a man says the same thing, then he gets hit with labels. I don't want a girl that's out of shape. Oh, you're body shaming. I don't want a girl that's broke. Oh, you're not man enough to take care of a woman. I don't want to, so the it's a crazy time that we're living in to see all this, especially for those of us who have come through other times when things were way different, right? It started out as someone respected their role and the others respected it as well and thought it was equal and valuable because I need you to hold the home front down so I can go plow the land and make sure that we're good on the financial side. I can't do yours, you can't do mine, but both of us together is powerful. And then times changed. And then it was, I can do anything he can do. And then now it's like, I don't even want to be in the house no more because I got dreams, visions, aspirations, goals, plus everything he doing outside the house that I can't tell. I want to do all that too. And then it turned into, I want multiple partners too. I want to be free. I don't want to be, and things changed and changed and changed. So it's interesting now to see the dynamics now compared to, and I haven't been on earth that long. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like another 30, 40, 50 years from now, what things are going to look like. Interesting conversation. Pair bonding. A woman naturally loses the ability to bond. And she naturally compares every guy she's been with to the guy she's with now. So that's listening to that as a man, you're like, now you want to know how many women she been with before me. I'm not bothered. I'm doing my thing over here, whatever it is. But then you got to think, I wonder if that's one of the reasons why certain things always like we can't work out this thing and that thing. Also, the spiritual side of it, sexually transmitted demons. A guy said to me, an older man said to me a long time ago, he was like, watch your woman sometimes. You see when she get angry with you, look her dead in her face. If you see her like she growl, how angry she is, like, and I tell you about under your mama and reel upon you like that, that's coming from, because that's not of them. That's not how they're programmed. Women are naturally nurturing, loving. Hey, I don't want to argue like this. Why are we going through all this kind of a persons? But when you see them start acting like them want to fight you back to and all that, that's that. From where she's been before, he's still there. And maybe it's multiple he's that are still there. And you're going to have to battle through those demons all the time. So I'm thinking, damn, man have a rough road then, because we have to go now fight out all of them man here that she couldn't, what's the word that they use again? She couldn't exercise these spirits out of herself. So these spirits are in your relationship with you and her. and even her. Sometimes she's thinking this is her now when it's not. So I guess it takes a level of self-awareness, first of all, to be like, okay, this is not off me. This stuff called STD, sexually transmitted demons, is real. And I'm going to have to like cleanse my spirit or cleanse myself spiritually in order to become that which I am without all these extra baggages. Because the extra baggages is not her. She's just carrying all that around, right? I know. Having this conversation is like, here goes another man talking about women and what women should do. And say nothing about the man them with sleep around and who wrote himself though. I do. And I have. I've said it. I said it's not right. And it's no glorification to it. However, there's a difference in our anatomy, our physiological makeup. There's a difference. And we function different in the universe, So this is just me looking at how things interact. Or just one bad demon. Kataja Empress said just one bad demon. Yeah, probably one where don't want left. And that one that decides said, me a steer. Especially if she's still cool with him, on the outside. She's like, she's still cool with him. He's still somewhere around. Me don't know, maybe a friend on Facebook, a friend on Instagram, drop by every now and then. Women have this thing about them where when their relationships get into problems, there's always this guy that pops up from her past like, you all right? How you doing? I'm just checking on you just to make sure you're all right. And for some reason, it ends up going into, yeah, should have been me and you kind of thing and all that. These things happen, right? But don't let them tell it to you, though. But it happens. It happens. The BM says the truth hurts. Yeah, people don't like to hear truth nowadays, though. And today's women, more than ever before, will always be in denial of the fact that numbers matter. Your numbers matter. I have a rule. If you're ashamed to say your numbers, or if you have to hide your number, then if you have to hide your number, you're ashamed to say it. And if you're ashamed to say it, why are you ashamed to say it? And this is not something you have to answer to anybody else, but to yourself. When the crowd goes away, when you're alone in a room by yourself, turn out all the lights and it's just you alone. That question is for you to answer. Why am I hiding that number? I'm proud of everything else. Why am I hiding that number? Why do I have to hide that number? It's because there's shame attached to it. Shame attached to it from who? You're you in this room by yourself. You know, you can argue it away all you want to and be like, well, society has made it so that if a woman gets a certain number, she is a hoe or a whore. And if a man gets a certain number, he is some kind of dandada. Strip away all that. Strip away all that. And say, I don't care about what they say. This is between me and me. Can I proudly say my number? And if the answer is no, then there's shame attached to it. And you have to go ask yourself, why am I ashamed of it? You know? And then if you're open and honest with yourself, me not tell if you have that conversation here with nobody else, you know, I'm telling you to have this with yourself. Ask yourself, am I ashamed of my numbers or my number? Am I able to say it out loud and proud? And if the answer is no, then you're ashamed of it. And if you're ashamed of it, you have to ask yourself why. And if you ask yourself why, honestly, you will find the answer honestly goes right along the lines of what we're talking about right now. No matter how you try to deny it, it is what it is, right? Guys, you and your high numbers trying to make yourself feel like king in this. I've told my audience this before. If I knew, and I really haven't, I'm gonna be that girl this morning. I can count on one hand that my wife had this conversation before. It was like, move on, boy. Whoa. I could count on one hand. But no, if I really honestly knew from earlier, a young age, that, hey, you want to hold yourself sacred, and this is more spiritual than you think. If I knew that earlier, I wouldn't fling around myself, son, either. You know? But my numbers are limited, honestly. I'm SouFlo now, right? So I'm in the public eye now. I bet you any money, my phone cannot ring, and this number is public, and anybody could call in and be like, SouFlo, stop like, me and you sleep together already. Then SouFlo, stop. They're welcome to do it. A lot of you are not out like that. Nobody has no number to call you or call us and say, I lie Jane Under a tell. I lie Soldier 819 a tell. I lie Audrey Wright a tell. I'm SouFlo now. And I can honestly say my numbers aren't that much. But still, even with the small number that I have, if I had known earlier, as a man, I wouldn't have put myself out there like that. I would have rather be here today to honestly be able to say, well, I've only been with 3 in my whole life. And that would make me feel good and proud to say it out loud. But I can't. You know what I'm saying? Not in my face, LOL. Not in my face, LOL. I am my own goalkeeper. I try not to be ashamed of anything I do. Audrey Wright. Yeah, we try. But we lie to ourselves a lot, though, as humans. Anything for make we feel good. You know? That's a human condition. Humans will make stuff up to make themselves feel good. You will lie and you will deceive yourself to make yourself feel good. To make yourself, and it's a survival mechanism, because you don't want to walk around all day thinking, God damn, what am I doing? And then worse, you're still doing it. You're like, damn, I did it again. Oh, I have a problem. That's one of the things that most of us have an issue with until we probably get way older. Admitting that you have an issue, a problem, something that you have to work at solving, especially if it's something that brings gratification. We normally go for the gratification and then worry about the rest later. And even if we got to lie to ourselves in the process, then we do just that. It's kind of like a girl that's doing prostitution. I was watching a documentary, and the girl is a young girl. She's like 23, 24, and she was like, she sleeps with an average of about 80 to 100 men every day. And I'm like, where the hell is the time for that? Because it's only 24 hours in one day. She's working a track, right? She's working a track. She works on the streets. She jumps in and out of cars. I remember them asking her, so jumping in and out of these cars, that alone is dangerous, and that alone must do something to your psyche. Because every time you jump in a car, you jump in, and she finished the question. She was like, yeah, every time you jump in a car, the possibility that you might never make it out of the car is, I know all that. And it's a different personality inside the car and all this other stuff. And I've been stabbed, I've been shot, I've been kidnapped. And that's how she went on with it. And she was like, and it just becomes something natural now. And she just does it. She just does it. 100 and something persons per day. And she prided herself on being able to make men explode quickly. Because she was like, yes, on to the next one. Like, I got to get my money. So, the quicker I could get done with him and then get on to the next one, I'm getting that bag. Wow. She's skinning 100 pickles a day. And then I think about this part. That same girl at 24, 23, 24, wherever she was, at 34, she can move to a new city or a new state. She can completely change up. She'll go get a job at wherever she gets a job at. Change up her look. She'll dye her hair color. She'll put in some contacts. She won't even have to do all that, really. She'll dress differently now, and she'll learn different mannerisms. And she'll catch an unsuspecting guy who is like, man, you're beautiful, and I'd like to get to know you better and all this. And, the question might come up like, how many guys you been with? She's not going to tell him, I used to skin about 100 pickles a day. She's not going to tell him that. She's going to tell him that, I don't know. Let me see. I could count on one hand and I was looking at her in the interview and I'm like, this gal is beautiful. I call her a little girl because she had 23, 24. I said, this gal is beautiful. She looked like she could trick somebody a few years down the road, right? Some unsuspecting man will never know. Now she's coming with 100 and something demons. If she was skinning the same 100 pickles every day, if she was skinning 1,000 different pickles in the time she's been out there on that track, she's coming with 1,000 demons. Some of them are going to flee, but most of them you're going to have to deal with. In other words, the mental space of an individual that functions like that can't be something that's geared towards love and peace and understanding and calmness and nurturing, and it can't. It's turmoil. Even if the genuine her is a person that is, her core person is genuinely a loving, affectionate kind of person, it's going to be outweighed by the turmoil that's going on the inside. So I don't know. I always say this message to my brothers out there: when they say I reel upon you, I want to fight you like that, and she buck you like this, then just know that that's probably Steve or Richard or Gary or one of them that was there before that left some residue. And them I kick up dust in your house. Grandpa said 2 bull can't rain in a 1 pen. So even your voice sometimes and your presence sometimes might annoy the hell out of her. She don't even know why. Like, I don't even want his ass in the house. And you're like, damn, you all right? What you mad about? Not even she don't know what she mad about. Or Mike, yeah, or JJ from down the block. She doesn't even know why she mad. Sometimes she just mad. She just upset. Your presence made something in her feel upset. That's that dude in her saying, "There's another man in my space. I don't even like this." Oh, like damn, demonic much? In my situation, it was the man. Julie Tapper says, "In my situation, it was the man." She brand new, second hand. Yeah, and we're not beating sisters down this morning. I'm just saying, this is a awareness thing, right? And if we're gonna talk to you and help you to grow, then we have to be honest. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning. Hello. You don't want to talk? Hello.
Yep, there one. There.
Okay. Me hear. All right, brother.
Yeah, so more great topic this morning, you know.
Yeah, clear up the. I don't know if you have up on Bluetooth or something like that.
Yeah, hear me now?
Yes, clear.
Yeah, so more say great topic this morning.
All right. Yes, sir.
And I just want to say a lot of people who don't believe in the whole sexual transmitted demons are those who don't really believe in the whole spiritual thing.
Yeah, true.
Because that is way deeper than what the mind can or natural eyes can see.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Now, for those who don't believe in the whole spiritual thing, they can look at it as the DNA memory type stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because DNA have memory.
Correct.
So if them no one believe in the spiritual thing, then they must can believe the science part, scientific part of stuff. Right? And the reason I said that,
good one.
There was a documentary, I don't remember where I saw it, but they did a research on this man's saliva.
Mm-hmm.
He was in a rush to go to the airport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a sample of saliva and then put it under some microscope thing. And between the time he left the lab and when he reached the airport, there was a number of events that happened.
Mm-hmm.
The doctors then see different activities with the same saliva, you know. And then time it. Them write down the times of what certain things happen, right?
Right.
When them call the man, them ask him what happened at such time and what happened at such time. And then tell him, so one at the time he got stuck in traffic and he started to have anxiety because he feel like he might go miss his flight.
Rotted.
There was a significant change within his saliva. SouFlo. Them ask him, what happened at this time? Him say he was having problem at the gates at the airport to get on the plane. You understand?
Right.
So it just goes to show, even when the DNA, the stuff leave your body, it's still acting.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So if that saliva showed that, can you imagine what activities the semen have going on inside the female?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
I remember them say semen live up to 5 days within the vagina.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if that man have a certain personality and a certain, thing within him. You are going to start get affected as a female by that.
Right.
So you sleeping with multiple men even in a one day. A whole heap of personality that they are dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
You understand what I'm saying?
Damn.
And me have the experience in terms of it never really affect me as the man because I'm a person who I try to take control all times with my emotions.
Same.
You understand? So it was mostly females who are affected by me. See? And one good example is with my ex-girlfriend. When I met her, she was a very broken person. She used to get abused from her ex-boyfriend. Him call her all kinds of names and beat her and stuff like that. So when we meet her, she never really think much of herself. You see me? Until me and her start date. We actually start talk as friends. Me and her start date. And then after the sex part come in, she start change. She start believing herself now. She start see herself different, like she have value now. You understand what I'm saying?
Same.
Because me have that calm personality with myself. So me start transferring that to she. But this is before me understand the whole thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Did she transfer anything to you though that you noticed?
No, that's what I say. I never really noticed anything because I'm the one that always try to take control of my own emotions.
Okay.
So me not really allow things to push me out of character.
Okay.
You understand? But
Right.
there was struggles that me can clarify, me can attest that there are struggles sometimes spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't understand, it can just take you out, it can blow you away like without you even realize.
Right.
You understand what I say, brother?
Right.
So I'm big up on, bringing up this topic today because a whole heap of people don't understand and a lot still are going to push it aside and not really think much of it, but a serious thing.
True. Facts. Big
You
up yourself,
understand?
brother.
Bless up.
Manners and respect.
Yeah.
Branches Joe says actually that's quantum physics, right? Particles being in two places and the same place at one time. I'm not a quantum physics guy. I never so I don't know, but quantum physics, particles being in two places and the same place at one time. Interesting. We don't transfer, we transform, says Jane Ander. Yeah, y'all transform from what was transferred to you. We don't. Those were men. Somebody said something about men with Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Hold on, brother. Somebody said something about men with Jeffrey Dahmer. There wasn't none left. Jeffrey Dahmer ate all of them. Didn't he eat the man that he ate the men that he lured in and slept with? And those are men. Those are men. Those weren't women. So, with that said, hold on. Let me take a break, right? I think it might get like a heavy right now. Some people start. Let's take a break and hear what this brother officer. Let's see if he tightened up his live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you, SouFlo?
I'm good, my brother. Did you tighten up your
I'm
sound?
here. Hello.
Yes, we're here. I'm hearing you.
Morning, you're here?
Yes.
Yes, SouFlo, you're there?
You can't hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I believe that numbers matter. Because you have some woman out there, when some of them ready to go a man, they'll sleep with two different man. That's why, you see? Hello.
Take up your camera manager one. Oh yeah, to beat up the phone. We hear you, know. Remember, I tell him look like him start beat up the phone. Don't take up your camera manager. When man ready for go, man, yeah, they see. Boy, I know yeah, them go, my brother. Man can do it. Car back can do it. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. You heard the topic we're discussing, right?
Yes. Someone give me 2 cents quick before my kids then go crazy.
Go on, man. Come here, the baby them. I like when baby free, so.
You know what, for me and too free sometimes.
No, man, a good thing that man them wild like that too. That's why I hurry up and do what I do so I can free them up.
But it's a quickie lifestyle.
Yeah, and that beer that.
All right. So based on topic. So my little 2 cents is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Some ladies, when they kind of free, they're either running from something, meaning like it's always some kind of trauma, some kind of sexual trauma, molested when they're kids, something.
That make them wild, like why them have multiple partners and whole heap of man and thing?
Sometimes. Just the same with, all right, look at it this way. with the sexually transmitted demons. Remember now when somebody sleeping in and that energy come off of you, come onto you. Right? So that leave onto you. Secondly, with it being a violation because you're hurt, so that are two things that break in a woman. Your trust gone, you start to have issues, it's like you can't function. Some people are able to function, some people are able to hide it, some just find different ways to get over it or to try to replace it. So it's like you're basically a search is something to kind of take away that last thing. In the video you play with the girl where she said, when you sleep with 5 person, blah, 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 and then you think about that one person, it could be the same thing.
Yeah, she said if a woman been with like 5 or 10 men, and the man that she's with now, she'll be comparing him to the last 5 or 10 men she been with. So so the more you compare, the more you have to compare, is the more chances in a relationship it will be that that woman will walk away. And the other girl said get divorced, and she says, well, not necessarily divorce. You might get divorced in spirit. You get divorced in spirit easily, and you walk away from relationships because you're constantly, consciously or subconsciously, comparing who you're with to the numbers you have before. It makes it that much harder. It's called pair bonding.
Right. All right. Some ways me agree. Some ways me disagree. This is why I say me disagrees with some of it. What about a person that's a virgin that meet a guy or them court them partner forever and only had one person? Remember, you won't have anybody to compare to that, And you have someone still step out because the excitement, they gonna meet Tom.
Well, the chances.
Tom now.
The chances. She's saying the chances. There's just a statement that says the chances are that the more numbers, the more you've been with, is the more likely it is for you too. So if you ever put like somebody who's been with one person, this don't even apply to them. Because them don't have nobody to compare to, so they're not even in this conversation.
Yeah, but them still would cheat too. They will still go something would touch them.
Well, that's the beginning. That's the beginning right there. That's the beginning right there.
So that's
and what led them to that? Curiosity, maybe like you said before, other issues happened before, where they were searching for comfort and relief and all this other stuff. It starts there though, because it starts with one. Everything starts with one. And from that, so is how.
Well, as Kai said, one bad demon.
Yeah, yeah, same way. And the one bad demon, there might be that one that just stick around and is problem in every relationship you have after that.
Exorcism needed.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. You too now.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. So if she's with one, but yeah, it starts with one. And then what happens after, and how quickly can you catch yourself? See, enough people didn't have no self-awareness. And these aren't things. The funny thing is, let's give kudos to being in modern times where we can now actually have a conversation about certain things, because them things that we are talking about right now is things that we couldn't talk about before. It was shunned upon. Nobody is going to sit down with their parents and have this conversation to this depth. No parent is going to sit down with them child and have this conversation to this depth, when you should, right? All right. Are your last time listen up? Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Shine Chambers. How are you?
I'm doing great. Talk to me.
Yes, should your numbers matter? That's an interesting topic. You know that you have some woman, when some high school girl go high school, them get pregnant and them drop out of high school and man breed them and this and that. Them get pregnant without STD and contraceptive pills, that also without a condom. You understand what I say? Sex education is a subject that we need to look up to because we are sexual beings, you know. You have male sex and you have female sex. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Wait
you have
there.
some woman, when some woman ready, she got different man, you have and sleep with two different man and other she cheat on her man and them stuff there. Some of woman them have man problem, you know. Some of them have too much man problem. And every minute they sleep with that man, so every minute them cheat, so.
And change up partners and these things.
Yes.
So you feel like say,
and when them
you feel like say sex education would prevent some of this. Yeah, therefore we should push for sex education more. Honest sex education though.
That is very, very, very interesting. That's why some women them catch HIV, you know, because when some of them ready, they've got different man, you know, they go sleep with different man and them catch HIV and they people use a condom or not like that.
Yeah, well, you know, condom don't normally necessarily save people, you know, cause right get sweet and condom bust and these kind of things. That is why you have a lot of, and you know, and also to be all fair, if we're gonna talk about catch AIDS and these things, there's a lot of men out here that are either living wild with multiple partners while they're in a monogamous relationship, so them go home, go lie. I haven't been with anybody else, babe, only you. And then you have those who are on both sides of the street, living dangerously. Yeah. So they're with same sex, and then they're with women, and them have a wife and these kind of things. And a lot of the times, a lot of these sisters who contracted HIV have actually done so through a partner who she thought was faithful to her. You know?
And when, yes, can I go ahead now?
Yes,
don't
man.
mean to cut you.
No, go right ahead.
So you see, when some man get a woman pregnant, when she ready, them have a bacon frame that say dash rebellion, then she do abortion when she ready, she that. So my woman them need to stop do abortion, you know, need to stop it.
So you don't believe in abortion then?
No, I don't believe in abortion.
Okay. Under no circumstances, or do you believe? Well, you said no circumstances, or you believe there? Okay, so all right. Like for me, let me give you my example. I don't really believe in abortion, but I do. Now ask me how SouFLo. Okay, so if a woman get raped, I wouldn't want to see her carry that to full term. If you know, things like that, incestual relationships and these things. But me no feel like say a woman should have just do the thing, breed, and then dash away. And you have had women that do that multiple. Some women out here, you know, we used to call them walking cemetery. I don't know if they still use the same terms in our culture. But you have some women that used to do that on a regular basis, and many babies them dash away for true. That's a whole other topic that we could talk about though. Because if that should relate to the topic we're talking about this morning, you can abort the baby, but the spirit of that man is still there.
Yes.
I know, even the dead spirit probably that they took.
Yes. The Baba Jamaican word that says, see me and come live with me are two different something.
Yes.
When a woman ready, she got a different man and them something there. And she and her man argue and fight in a relationship. That's why them not feel, you know, because the woman are cheating, you know. The woman are cheat on the man.
Boy. Yeah, you know, so there's a million things why people cannot happy still in a them relationship. But that can be a factor. That can be a factor. If she take too much man, then she is highly likely to not be happy in her current situation. Because like they said before, she will always be comparing to her present to all the others that have passed. So yeah, the more partners she's had is the more likely that she won't know how to sustain a happy, healthy relationship. Yeah.
I understand what you said. And when some girl them get pregnant in high school, them not go back on them something that sometimes it will make them committed suicide when them get pregnant in high school, you know?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Serious thing, man, serious thing. And God knows why I mean some of them woman they're supposed to be lesbian, you know.
Them supposed to be?
Yes.
So where you stand with woman now? You have a woman?
Yeah. I have a girl, man.
You have a girl?
Yes.
Yeah. You think she good? You think she faithful to you and thing?
Yes, she faithful to me and there was something that.
Boy. God, your
Woman
heart
need
here,
to
so.
stop cheating on them something that, you know, them need to stop it, man. They be happy with the one man when they in a relationship with.
You know, so the woman them are cussing now in the comment section because they must say you're one-sided because man cheat too. And them not hear you saying man not fi cheat, but you over here I say woman need to stop cheat. So may I try balance up the thing for you.
Some weird man, we need to stop cheat too. Because yes, when we as man cheated on woman, them call we girls man, womanizer.
Womanizer and gallus.
Yeah. Them kind of something there.
That's true.
But the man and woman they were cheat. Them not give a damn about nobody, you know. Them not give a damn about anybody.
Yeah, well, most cheaters don't. Most cheaters care about themselves. That's why them cheat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me think, hear my thing now. Hear my thing now. Me think say, if you want to be a cheater or you as a person where you want multiple partners, I think you should just come out and say it. And then you're going to find people who work with you, you know. Yeah, because we live in a them time then now. You're going to find people who work with you. Some woman now don't mind if you have a next woman. But it's when time you're going to make the thing complicated now because you're going to tell a woman, say, she's your one and only. And it's me and you for life, baby. And then she going to find 4 other women in the background and she want to fling off of you with a knife, like Cartel say, and these kind of things. So that's how the drama start. That's how the drama start.
Yes. And sometimes when you come out to a man in a woman over a man.
Wait there, say that again, because your phone break up that's all. What did it say about woman over man?
Because sometimes when a woman see another woman, she fight a woman over a man. Woman need to stop fight woman over man, you know.
And just share him and done.
Me that woman that she fight a pick with her man for her.
Yeah. You can't be my brother and me say woman need to stop fight over man and just share him and done. Hear you about You're not easy, you know.
Boy.
You're not easy. But
yes, I say it, man. And you see the church, I want to talk about something else, but I stick to this subject, you know. You see church when it comes out to sexual relationship, the church is hypocritical against these things, you know.
Yes, that I said earlier, the church not teaching nothing when it comes to these things. Nothing. You can't even discuss it. And I think it should be discussed in church.
Yes.
Yeah. Church should have sex education classes and them kind of thing that them a deal with community development and all these things. So they definitely should have that in there. Reach the youth them from them really young. Not just scream after them and tell them about you're going to burn in hell. That them now want to hear that because there's something too sweet. So them have to come a different way. Not true?
Yes, a true thing, man, because the Bible says sex before marriage is a sin. Nobody can have sex before they're married.
Yeah,
That's a
but
simple
they
thing.
do. So we are all sinful. Can be sure you
We
no
are
married
all
and you.
sinful beings. We are
Yes,
sinners.
yes. According to the Bible.
Yes. I tell me know why a woman have to sleep with a different man in the next man, maybe because the man that she in this relationship with, she's supposed to say, you're too miserable, you're this, you're that.
Telling me truth.
Yes.
But
yes, and some woman miserable still in a relationship, especially man them. We as man, we ignorant, we're miserable.
Wait the man. Wait there. So who you are flinging blame upon now about miserable? Who miserable? You said some of the woman them and some of the man them. So
yes.
Alright, so blame share equally.
Yes.
Alright. You balance the thing, me like that. You balance that one them,
because
like it.
So we as man, we're not the ball because we are not girl.
Oh. So where you the man them to do now? It sounds like you must fling out for true.
Rough, we can't be soft. The girl, they get rough sometimes, we can't be soft to them all the time. It depends on what they do.
Wait.
They get rough up sometime, man. We have rough, man.
Where you say the girl them forget rough up sometime?
Yes, them forget rough up sometime. You can't be soft to them all the time. Say for instance, if your woman has something that you don't like, you can rough her up sometimes. You're not gonna agree with that thing that she has done. It depends on what a woman does sometimes.
But what she not like rough up?
She have to get rough up sometime, man.
All if she not like it. No, sir.
Yes.
Me not like get rough up. I'm me a man, so me not think she gonna like get rough up neither. Well, them like rough up, but them like one different kind of rough up. Me not think they like the rough up what you talk about though. How you gonna rough her up? How you would rough her up then? If she had do something where you don't.
So sometimes she can make up her face after me. I mean, that tell her to stop look on me, so.
So you let me see. So St. John, so you talk about like a stern talking to.
Yeah.
Alright. So you're not talk about the other kind of rough up. You're not talk about grab her in her collar and shake her and them something there.
You see me? Me need to tell myself.
Yeah, so you're not beat her?
No.
Alright, we're not condoning that.
No, I would never do something like that.
Okay, alright then. Make we get it clear.
Yeah. So
yeah,
them good reasoning this man. I have some woman up there for a side chick.
Side chick.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, but a problem that still. If side chick,
that's a problem in a relationship.
Yes,
hear me. A woman that they call a side chick is a mistress.
Yes, and if side chick don't know about wifey and wifey don't know about side chick, that's problems brewing. That's why I say, if you are gonna do that, you better make sure everybody know about each other. See if everybody up on the same page, no problem.
Yes.
No problem. Yeah.
No problem at all.
But see, nowadays.
Because sometimes the side chick know to cook, to wash, to clean up house, and them stuck there. Sometimes she don't have to press out her man clothes and them stuck there where the back go work.
So she balance the thing then and help out wife, you know true?
Yes.
Yeah,
you know that me that like the side chick them though. The prefer side chicks them, you know.
You prefer side. Wait there. You prefer the side chick?
Yes.
So, but well, in order to have side chick, you have to have wife, you know, or main one.
Wife,
so you have
yes,
main one and then side chick. Side chick do the things them when me and one don't want to do.
You know people who are hear my voice at this thing right now, some of them are cuss me out right now. Some of them are hate me this morning.
Side chick do the things them where me and one don't want to do. So you prefer side chick.
Yes.
Lord
Yes.
God.
You know, so we have another relationship topic that time though. We have a good reasoning this morning though.
Yes, my friend. Yes, we'll cut it yesterday.
All right. Shine my name. What that time to talk to you so.
All right, my brother.
Yes, take care.
Later.
Yeah.
You see what I say? Give him time, man. I don't know why I'm like just dim up. Papa, what? You all right? Yeah. Want to come say good morning? Say hi. So my daddy wasn't having these kind of conversations. Tell mommy fix up your clothes. Yeah. All right. I'll see you in a minute, okay?
Yeah, I have a jacket.
Yeah. Close my door. I love you. You have to give the brother him time. But all right. So that would do that. If that easy, you know, let me tell you something, right? Listen, sometimes somebody don't have people to communicate with. Yeah. On different topics. Like for instance, what I know is this. Occupational therapy, right, for instance, deals with the entire aspect of a human. Not just going there. Say a nurse might go in there to treat a wound. The nurse not care about your personality and your other conversation. Them is not a part of our job. One of the things I find in this field is, like, for instance, if we're dealing with, say, a young 21, 2-year-old that had a traumatic injury to their spinal cord, and then the person, remember, 21, 22, see, that's something that still work. Their mind still has said they want some, but nobody in his environment, no Kai, go out and close the door. Thank you. You can't come jump rope in here. Nobody will have that conversation with him in his environment that he is in. So him can't have that talk there. Him can't feel like a normal person. He's treated like just a patient. Like, we just talk about your illness, we just talk about your injury, and that's about it. See? Him, make him talk. Because he might unburden some things and having a conversation and getting some humor out of it as well. As a human being, like we're all doing. Not true? Stop telling demons. Mr. Article Dad say he's spreading demons. The man say him like him side chick better than him. Him like him side chick better than the main chick. Can't hear what's SouFlo on the side chick now. She know if I know the man clothes, press him clothes and cook better than wifey and these things. Hey, whatever floats your boat, my friend. Whatever floats your boat. Sharon Ingram, Brickhouse. Brickhouse says you are very patient, a people person. You have to be. We can't go on like we're better than nobody around here, because life is very funny. And life can put you in a position. That's how one thing we learn about life, Life will put shoes by your feet that you never thought you had to wear. I have to go walking at them. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, so how are you?
Morning, fam. I'm doing good. You?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank God.
Right. You have us on Bluetooth. You have us on Bluetooth or speaker.
Let me get you off. Yes, I did. I have. Hold on. Let me go get it off. Give me 1 second. Hello?
Yes.
It's better?
Yeah, way better. You're clear now.
Okay, that young gentleman that called a while ago and talking about women and all of that, and I can't believe his woman is with him, because any woman that's with him, she better wink on her eye of a third eye and a fourth eye, one at the back of her head and one to the side, because he don't seem too straight to me. I didn't see his face, I heard his voice. And he's there bashing the woman, and then he's going to think he prefer side chick. I think he is a side chick.
You think
I don't care who's want to go get mad with me right now. I don't care. He sound like a side chick. He sound like a whale. And that's all I call to say. You understand me?
Wait, hold on. You said a whale and not even a sprat.
Living a lie. All right. What he should have all about is trying to tell us how to help him transform. And I think he's already transformed. So like he was been transformed. So the woman that be with him, I don't know. Maybe that's why he says he's always mad at her. He don't want her there. He know what he likes, you know. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Let me go put back these gloves on. Have a nice day.
All right, later. she said, wheeling up, my friend. And then, she not even said the man is a banger, a sprat. She never call him a snapper. He never, a wheel, you know. Yeah, if you don't know what that means, ask somebody in the comment section to help you out there. I don't want to be judgmental because, you know, some people speak differently, and I don't know because it's a brother condition that he has. That's why he speaks a certain way. But yeah, for those who don't know, it did come off. He does. Yeah, whatever. Me can't say certain things. You know, the audience, you can't say what I want to say. Yeah, indeed, kind of lean towards it. I want to say the struggle. I want to say how I had to try to balance it the whole time. I was working very hard at striking a balance because, you know, that's why woman got man yard and when they're ready to go cheat. So me did I say, like, somebody, me see the comment section, you know, I try nothing look funny. Because see comment section here, hello, sir. Men cheat too, sir. Hello. Somebody do you something bad. Hello, sir. Men cheat too, sir. What you talk about? Somebody do you something bad. Somebody say, how we mature word for? How we mature word for? Big up yourself anyway you're there, brother. That's how you go. Let me say you're spratty. You're whale-like. You're very fishy. I don't know. But we're living in a time now where that is live on the air. SouFlo, good morning.
Hey, SouFlo.
How you doing,
Manners and respect.
Manners and respect. Well,
by this time now, I don't need no introduction, right?
No, God. As you call, you hear me laugh. I can't forget your story, Nina, you know. Oh,
nah, I haven't called in for a while.
I know.
You know.
All is well?
Yeah, all is well.
All right, good.
I have a little trainer right now here in Vegas.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm about to drive one of them double deckers on this trip. So if y'all come out here, y'all might not know me, but shit, it is what it is.
You driving it or you're in training to drive it?
Yeah, in training.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You know,
that's what's
come for the Caribbean and do big things, you know?
Yes, I like that.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the topic.
Yes.
You know the history already. So, all seriousness, right?
Talk to
with the lady that you just put on with different multiple men, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you sleep with different multiple men, your satisfaction go out the window. You can't be satisfied.
You can't.
Because you cannot be satisfied.
As I figured.
Right? Because you compare, actually what you said, you compare Tom with Dick, with Harry, you know, the African dude. You feel me?
Yeah. I know nobody to compare to him.
So you're not getting no satisfaction. Right?
Yeah. All right.
And all seriousness, right? Hey, brains. Right?
She said hi.
And also, I hear her.
All right.
So I said good morning.
All right. She got another gym.
And another thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Growing up in the Caribbean, you ever notice that like the old people, they've been together for so long, they start looking alike?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that probably has something to do with the DNA.
That's deep enough. That's deep because people always say that. but I've seen it. I mean, I wonder if they choose somebody that looked like them in the first place, or they actually developed over time, started to look like each other. Exchange of DNA and all. That's deep. Nothing to look into that. Interesting.
When I was like younger, I used to always notice that the people that been together for like X amount of years, they end up looking alike.
True.
So that has I would say that has something to do with it.
The exchange of DNA and all that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Wow.
Yeah. So I truly think, I just wanted you to laugh for the morning.
Big up yourself.
Tell the audience I say good morning.
Big up yourself and good luck out there with your training, yes?
Yeah, bye.
All right, one.
Bye.
Boy, sir. She calling and give you a story one time, if you remember the African dude story. She said she give up all her bills. She give up a good life where everything was paid for. She decided she want to pay for everything for herself, just so she can have that one something there. Because the African youth was bending with the banana. Blow her back out, she said. And then it turned out to be the worst decision ever, cause all that. But anyhow, hear what? I think we've gone on long enough. Wife is gone at the gym, and I have to be here for my children. I don't want to hear my door alarms going off and all that, and no say Kaya go to where the pool there or anything like that. So I'm gonna come off on this, and we can have more conversations later on. Not true? All right, keep it festive and short. Big up on yourself, manners and respect to each and every one of you. We didn't get to discuss everything this morning, but I'll put that in something else and we can catch up. All right, one love. Walk good, be good to each other. Most of all, be good to yourself first. All right, and try to keep your numbers low because it does reflect later on. I'm out. Peace. Kai.